All right, how's it going, guys? This is Brad and John with Best Price Nutrition. You can check out our website, BestPriceNutrition.com. You can sign up for our email newsletter. You'll see when we have all of our deals going on, our flash sales, the newest products, blog posts. And I think next month we're doing like a deal a day. Really good deals. So make sure you sign up for that. Otherwise you won't know about it. And these are like 25 to 50% off deals. So they're really good.
I don't think I saw a single deal under 25%.
Yeah. Everything is really goodly. Priced well. And then we're also on social media, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. That's the new one that we're doing. We're all over the place. So this is kind of going to be a follow-up video to a video that we previously did about Prop 65. We kind of just went over a little bit of what it was. Essentially, you want to kind of go over what Prop 65 is?
I think one of our most interacted with videos of all time.
Yeah.
Hey Brad, if my mattress has a Prop 65 warning, should I be concerned?
Yeah, I have an old knife that my grandma gave me. It has Prop 65. Should I be concerned?
I get that you said I shouldn't be concerned, but if I eat potato chips while I use my remote control with a Prop 65 warning, should I be concerned?
First, if you're asking some random people on the internet if you should be concerned, you're probably already concerned. So why are you even asking us? Don't ask us for validation. If you don't want to use it, don't use it.
So Prop 65 warnings are these warnings out of California.
Yes.
Covers pretty much every chemical under the sun.
Yes.
And the criticism of it is it's at such minuscule amounts.
Yes.
That basically every single product in the store, even including food products, cosmetics, all have a Prop 65 warning.
Yes.
And when every single product has a warning, it kind of takes away any meaning from that warning.
100%.
To begin with.
And that's why you get people asking if they can use crazy, wild things, if it's okay. Stupid stuff. Someone asked, I'm not calling you guys stupid, but someone said my graphics card has this warning. Should I be worried?
Should I purchase an exercise bike with a warning? Should I buy a bag with the warning? An air fryer. Some products make more sense, like an air fryer, something I'm cooking my food in,
100%. Something
I'm eating, putting on my skin. But some of these things were pretty out there.
So it's a pocket knife. A pocket knife, dude. And it's the reason that in the last video, I thought we were pretty clear on where we stood on it, and people seem to not have picked up at all what we meant. It's kind of like if you see a water bottle and it says, caution, you may drown in water. Like, that's what this is. It's like it's such a minute amount that has to be detected for it to be put on this list. Let's say the toxicity level of substance X is 100 milligrams. You need to hit 100 milligrams for it to even begin being an issue. If they detect 1 milligram, if they detect 1/1000th of a milligram, that's going to be on the Prop 65. So you would have to then consume 1 million times whatever that product is, or be in contact with it to a millionth fucking degree to hit that toxicity level.
We know what's kind of funny about this whole thing too. I know this gets people really concerned, but like probably more legitimate concerns would be plastics in our food and water bottles.
Yes, 100%.
Microplastics in our clothing that our bodies are absorbing. Medicines in our drinking water.
100%.
Cell phones being connected to our heads. Like, there's 1,000 things that are higher up on my priority list to worry about than Prop 65.
Yeah, and doesn't it surprise you that it's one single state that makes you do all of these things? It's not. All of these other states understand that you can have sub-threshold amounts of things and it not be needed to be on a warning. In fact, what I saw was on the Prop 65 list, aloe vera.
Really?
Aloe vera is on the list.
Well, you know what's kind of funny about country to country? I know in the Australia, UK, parts of Europe, EMF radiation is considered a carcinogen, whereas here in the US, we don't have that. So if you are sleeping under an electric blanket and you're not concerned, but you're freaked out about Prop 65, your priorities might be a little out of whack.
Yes. And just because there is, and you know what, I understand warnings are there for a reason. But what these have kind of turned into is, one, a way for companies to blanket protect themselves for any lawsuit, and two, a way for gotcha lawyers to try to sue you if they don't see these on there. And that's a huge thing that people do. There are professional lawyers out there whose whole lives revolve around trying to sue people for gotcha stuff like this. So if you're an up-and-coming supplement company and you put out a protein powder that doesn't have this warning label on there, but there's really nothing in there that can make you sick or even really cause cancer at if you drink 1,000 tubs of protein, you're probably not going to get cancer. There are lawyers out there who are looking for companies that don't have that warning label on there to sue you. It's become this huge perverted thing, and it's not at all what it was initially sought out to do.
Now, with the changes to this law, I know I read a couple articles about this, and I know you're kind of up to speed on this, but we have some new rules regarding the short form labels, and the size of the products they can go on. I know depending on the contour and shape of your product, certain ones can get away with that. But one big change is I believe every product is going to have to actually list the chemical, which is actually going to be a really expensive undertaking for a lot of these companies.
Yes, it's probably going to be a make or break, or maybe just not even sell to California.
Well, that's the other thing, just cut out California if that's the only state that...
Yeah. So what you've probably seen, I forgot exactly what it says, but there's the Prop 65 warning that's, I think it's 2 or 3 sentences long. It says something like, under the whatever act in California, we're required to let you know that this may have ingredients that cause cancer. That's called like the short form label. There was originally a long form and a short form, and the short form was created so that if you have a smaller product without that much room, like let's say you have like a little bottle of liquid or pills or whatever, and you can't fit the whole big label that was originally intended to be on products, that's what you could use the short form label for. But it turns out that everyone was just kind of using the short form label because it's smaller, it's more attractive, I guess, than having this huge "you're going to get cancer" warning on your things.
I mean, it's kind of crazy. They say if your product label is smaller than 5 by 5, I believe it is 5 by 5.
Yeah, 5 square inches or less.
That's probably most products out there, unless you want your whole product packaging to be taken up by a Prop 65 warning.
Yeah. The total surface area of the product label available for consumer information is 5 square inches or less, which is really like that, 5 square inches, so that's like going to be like that. That's really not that big. So most products, you're going to have to do the full label on it, which, like you're saying, if it's slightly above that, that is going to be your entire product.
Right.
You're going to have to change the length or the size of your product to fit this label on there. So the new requirements and the whole thing is they're trying to avoid people just going to the short form label every single time just to kind of do it quick and easy. So now they have all these requirements. So if you can only do the short form label if it's under these requirements. Like the first one I said, under 5 square inches of less for information. The package shape or size cannot accommodate the full length warning described. The entire warning is printed in a type size no smaller than the largest type size used for other consumer information on the product. And in no case shall the warning appear in a type size smaller than 6-point type. As much as I don't like the Prop 65 warning for a lot of reasons, it's basically saying if you're going to put the warning on there, you have to at least make it you can't just kind of hide it somewhere. You have to make it be seen. And then finally, the short form warning contains the name of one or more chemicals known to cause cancer and or reproductive toxicity. And if you've been responded to by either John or myself, what I've been telling people recently, because we get comments every single day on this.
By far the most commented on video we've ever done.
I didn't see that coming at all. That was crazy. Every single day. And people will always say, should I use this? Is this okay to take? Is this okay to take? I don't know. Why are you asking us? We didn't sell you that product. I didn't sell you this Coach bag. If you're concerned about it, if you're genuinely concerned about it, what you need to do is find out what chemical is in that product and then find the toxicity level of that chemical and see where it lays. Like I said earlier, if the toxicity threshold is 100 milligrams and the amount in your product is 1 milligram, make your own decision. You're an adult. You could probably figure it out. You'd probably be okay.
And I think probably a good rule of thumb, or at least how I feel about this, if it's something I'm going to ingest, put on my skin, or that I'm constantly in contact with, I might investigate it. Otherwise, I'm probably not going to pay it much attention.
Yes. And if you're super worried about it, there was one guy who said something about, I bought a protein and I was so upset when I saw the warning label. Buddy, I got news for you. Every protein has that label on there. Does that mean every protein is dangerous? No, not at all.
Even if you were to seek out products without a Prop 65 warning, there's almost nothing out there.
Yeah. So I messaged a dude and I said, you know what you should do, bud? You should make your own supplement company that abides by the Prop 65, that has 0 of these chemicals in there, that has 0 of these contaminants. And if you're able to do that, imagine the money you can make to sell to all the other people that comment on this video. You would find that niche market But I guarantee you that won't happen because it's almost going to be impossible to get whey protein that falls in line with that.
Well, even the raw materials of everything are going to have chemicals in them.
Yeah. Where do you think all this stuff comes from, guys? Where do you think everything comes from? It comes from a place where you really can't do that good of a test on it. If you are concerned, look it up. Look up the stuff in there and do your own judgment. Don't ask random people on the internet. If you're concerned about cancer, then actually do the research on it, right? I get all lit up about this. It just bugs me, dude. And like I said, this obviously came from a good place a long time ago, but there's a lot of things that started out, it happens with a lot of things. A lot of government programs sound good off the get-go. They sound like, oh yeah, this is going to be for the best, but over time they just get kind of perverted and, become things not at all what they were supposed to be.
I think this is what we call unintended consequences.
Oh, 100%. My tea booster pills have that warning. Even though everything in it is natural, should I be worried? Aloe Vera is natural, so you make that description or distinction. I bought some clothes off of Fashion Nova, and I haven't gotten it yet, but some people are saying there's a warning about it giving you cancer and causing reproductive problems. And why are you asking us if you should wear this stuff?
And I think Fashion Nova is kind of very low quality, kind of cheap clothing to begin with.
Yeah. I got a toy with P65. Should I be concerned? Why? Dude, it blows my mind. And I swear, these people must have not watched the video, because I thought we were saying the same thing that we're saying in this one. It's just...
Now, do we know when this new law goes into effect?
I want to say this is... Because this actually came out in February, but we haven't had a chance to do this video yet. Because this was proposed...
I know a lot of the press about this was like back in January, February.
Yeah, this was proposed on January 8th. They're accepting public comments until March 8th. So it may be in effect, they may have passed it. This is something that they're thinking about doing, that they're almost certainly going to do. I can't imagine that this wouldn't get passed. This is just very on par with what it's going to be.
Well, we do think it's going to be interesting too. So we have a lot of newer up-and-coming supplement brands reaching out to us. And some are well-funded or have a celebrity behind it, but a lot of these are just small-time entrepreneurs launching a brand, and I guarantee you they're not going to want to go through the expense of having every ingredient and tested and everything else. So I wouldn't be surprised to either see brands deciding not to start up, or at the very least just not selling to California, because if you want to add, I don't know, if it's anything like UL testing or UL certification, potentially tens of thousands of dollars to your startup to be able to tell people that there's a minuscule amount of a chemical that doesn't really matter.
Yes. And I don't even know how you could get by, because what if someone in California ends up getting one of your products? Like, is that on you? Like, what if you choose to not sell to anyone in California, but you sell to someone in Nevada and they bring it to their buddy? Right. Like, is that on you at that point?
Not for resale in the state of California.
Actually, that's probably how you do it. Honestly, if I made my own supplement company, 110% that's what I would do. And if, like I said, you almost can't not do it. Because if you're going to sell online, you would then have to make sure that, anyone in that state you can't ship it to. It might be just as hard to block people from California than putting these warnings on there. I think that's about all I got.
That's all I got.
Yeah, it's an annoying thing. It's there for a good reason. But, go ahead and keep asking us. Because I know you guys are going to. 100% I know you're going to ask us if it's okay to take something. We're a supplement company. We know supplements. We know supplement ingredients. I don't know about your Coach purse. I don't know about the pocket knife that you bought. And I know you're still going to ask if you should be concerned.
You know what? It is great for the video engagement. So
it is.
Fire away.
I know it's going to happen. So you know what? Just keep loading it up. I think that last one was our best video. So see what happens with this one. All right. Thanks, guys.
Later, guys.